Hi, how you doing? It's Iowa Hunter here from the Rock and Bead. Nice and clear out today. It's a little warm. As you know, this food plot from before had at least 2 acres in here of power plant. Goes down, clear down around that corner, back around the other way, then it comes clear up this way, and it goes back up to where I have some chufa planted. Anyway, I rounded up to all that power plant because it was nothing but weeds. I didn't get one sunflower of the whole thing. There were some beans that got ate off at the bottom, and mostly grew weeds. And you know, you can't use any kind of herbicide with that stuff, and it's easy seems like it's awful easy to grow a weed patch. So I don't know. I don't know that I'll try that stuff again. Some of the guys on the internet can put it in, and a couple weeks later it's 6 feet tall, but I'm not one of them guys. Anyway, I'm putting in some Big and Beasty over here. It's a pretty known brand. You know, it's got the purple top turnips in it, Brassicas, rapeseed, radishes. And this one bag, 4 pounds, it's pretty heavy. It does an acre. One bag does an acre. So I had figured I had about 2 acres in here. So I'll do 2 bags with my spreader I got from Whitetail Institute, which that's a pretty decent spreader, but the strap broke on the front, like I seen on another video, and then that deal on the side where you set the how much seed comes out, it keeps popping off that nut and kind of shutting when you're using it. So I don't know if it could have some improvements on that model, but anyway, so that's all Big and Beasty down here. It's all been killed off, disked, re-killed. Then I drug it with some chain link fence, and then I broadcast the whole thing, and then I just drug it again. But I'm just dragging with chain link fence, so it's not like I'm got any teeth on it or nothing. It's just moving a little bit of topsoil around, maybe keeping it out of the turkey's mouth, maybe not. And I got Big and Beasty through this area here, which I made. This is a high deer traffic area. I just put this water tank in here a while back, and deer are all over it. I got a camera over there, but it's so hot up here. It's really good for them. I think it's good for them to have water too, when they don't have to get down that mud with the EHD problem in Warren County here. I just talked to the officer, and there are over 200 cases now just in Warren County. So I mean, we're looking at 3 out of 10 deer already, so I don't know what's going to happen by the end of the year. Nothing's going to stop until we get a frost. There's my goldfish in my tank, keeping it nice and clean. But what I was going to tell you was, I just bought, you know, you don't want to leave this dirt and mud or whatever around your tank. So I just bought some Throw and Grow. It's Imperial Whitetail Secret Spot. You know, I didn't really care what was in it that much. I just wanted something to grow down here. So you can throw it down. That other stuff I bought grew right up. It's got some rapeseed and clover, and you know, some stuff that'll carry through till next year, and some stuff that'll get going this year. So I don't know, we're gonna throw that out here and see what happens with it. I'm gonna use that around my other 2 tanks too. My one tank's already done. Tanks are pretty funny. I've seen deer run and actually get jumping around and playing in front of them, and actually land their feet in them and jump out of them, and it's quite the deal. Raccoons get down there and wash their face. Anyway, this is what happens when you have a crossing go out and you're building a house and you can't get back here. This is a pretty good sized food plot. It runs clear down over the other side. This was planted an Alpha Rack Plus from Whitetail Institute. Chicory, clover, and alfalfa. And I wasn't able to get in here with any kind of herbicide or do anything. Couldn't mow it. I couldn't get back here. I was landlocked from this whole area. And so it grew up in a lot of weeds, but everything's here. So weeds are just trying to crowd everything out. But if you look, you can see clover, You can see alfalfa, you can see chicory. All the ingredients are here. We just got a lot of weeds. So I'm pretty confident that I can take these weeds out of here. And see, I bucked this brush up for cover for the deer. They just love hanging out around these brush piles. The deer are shoulder to shoulder in here at nighttime. But I'm pretty confident I can knock these weeds out. Some herbicide, or you know, even if I came in and mowed them off, it'd probably help. But I don't think I want to mess with it right now, because I did round up, when I disced that, I round up the edges too on that. And that's all planted now. And deal was the outside of this whole field was encompassed. I circled the whole field in that power plant, because that stuff was supposed to get, you know, 5-6 foot tall. And I thought it'd be a nice screener on the outside edge. It had climbing peas and beans and all, it had all kind of stuff in it, you know, sunflowers and well, it didn't get over ankle tall, but the weeds got taller, and it left me a big pile of grass and weeds going around my whole food plot. So I decided to test this plot out against some of Whitetail Institute, again, Big and Beasty. It's Whitetail, Imperial Whitetail Beets and Greens. So I planted that all the way around this plot. And it's got 26% Winona radish, kale, trophy rape, newbie sugar beets. And what you can see here is, this is a bigger bag, and it covers half an acre. Whereas the Big and Beastie is a smaller bag, and it covers an acre. Well, I believe it's because Whitetail Institute puts this rain bond on. I don't know if you can read that or not. Rain bond, water absorbing polymers hold up to 200 times their weight in water. Holds water that could be lost percolation through the soil or evaporation. So that's supposed to help get your seeds germinating up better, I guess. And I suppose it makes the seeds a little bigger. But on a lot of their stuff, what I'm going to have to look into is, where I can see it, 19.38% inert matter includes 19% coating material, 19.4. So I'm guessing inert matter is probably the coating that they put around the seed to help it grow. So what we're going to do is, you know, if I have any luck at all, we're going to see what this Beets and Greens does over on this side. When they come up, I'll have some cameras and some pictures, and we'll see what the Big and Beastie does on the other side, and we'll compare them and see which one we think we like the best, if I can get anything out of anywhere. Like I said, I think this food plot up here is going to be all right. I just need to prune it up a little bit. That one down below that turned out really nice, it started out to be a tough, I put it in real late last year, and it started to be a tough food plot. You know, it didn't look very good, and then it come back in this spring, and when I slayed it, man, it came in 16-inch clover, man, and the deer slamming it. But I'm watching this 360 camera I got over there, and it's surprising how many deer are in here. I mean, they're just everywhere you can see. You know, when it takes a picture, they're just shoulder to shoulder. So they're still in here, even though there's a lot of weeds in here. They're picking through there and getting that alfalfa and clover and chicory, and I imagine they're eating some of these weeds, but they don't seem to be eating the purple ones or blue ones. Anyway, I got another finger to go seed in, and actually I forgot about it. It's, you know, a quarter acre or something back in, splits off into a Y and back in the woods. Good place for this little machine. It's all disked up and flattened out and fertilized. I put I think 400 pounds of 13 an acre on this stuff by hand. But actually I wore out at probably 250 pounds an acre, so I'm going to put some on after it matures up, maybe. Because I didn't put it on with my spreader. I put it on with my hand. I put it on with a hand spreader instead of my electric one, because I didn't want to take my disc off the back. Anyway, things are starting to look up around here. The house made a lot of progress on it today. Hopefully we'll be getting moved in there before too long, and the wife gets to go buy all new furniture, and then I can be back here and, you know, get some more stuff done back here, finish my culvert up, and keep an eye on what's going on here. And we're still getting reports in on that EHD, and talking with the game warden. We actually had one on camera that laid down next to the water, came in, laid down, watched it. It was several pictures. It turned one way, the other way, then it went straight up, and you know, legs straight up with the hoof spread all the way apart, barrel rolled twice into the pond and floated. And it was on game cam. I sent that into the warden the other day, and he was wanting to check that out, but they're finding quite a bit of them. So I don't know, maybe we got too many deer here in Warren County. We got a lot of them, so, you know, the Lord works in mysterious ways that made us improve our hunting. So we'll see what happens. Anyway, I just want to give you an update on these plots and see if we can't get back here and get these cleaned up a little bit now that the crossing's in, and a little bit of the loads off of the house. And I forgot to mention, my dad got to come home today from rehab, and he's waiting for me at home, probably anxiously. So I probably need to get back there. And my wife, we both picked him up, but then I came down and showed him the farm, and then we took him back on down to the condo. But that's another thing I feel like we're blessed for. So every day is a good day. Anyway, you guys have a blessed day, and we'll catch you on the next video.